Welcome back to Over 50. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be giving my Kansas City Royals report. After every 30 games, I'm going to be giving my opinions, some stats, and some insight to how I think the Kansas City Royals are doing. Also, just to give you guys some news out there in case you guys aren't following or aren't subscribed or up to date with what the Royals are doing. Currently, right now, the Royals are 16 and 14, so they're above 500, so that's a positive thing. And in second place in the AL Central. I was kind of hoping that when I did this video, they would still be in first place. They were in first place for a little while, but after the 3-game sweep that Cleveland put on them, they're now in second place behind Cleveland. They start a series with the Chicago White Sox, so this will also be a very important series that they need to at least win the series, if not sweep it and get back on track. I'd like to also talk about Danny Duffy. I think Danny Duffy is back to his typical self. Danny Duffy has been on it this season. He's the only Royals pitcher that leads in every pitching statistical category minus saves. He's 4-2 with a 1.26 earned run average, and what's quoted as saying we all want to win. I think that's evident in Duffy's play. He definitely is going to win. The Andrew Benintendi trade looks pretty good so far. Wasn't exactly sure about it when we gave up players to be named later because you don't know who those players are going to be. The three-way trade with the Red Sox and the Mets landed us Benintendi, and he looks to be doing pretty good so far. He's leading the team in batting average. Normally that's something that Whit Merrifield does. Hopefully Whit will pick up the pace and push Benintendi, and they can be competing for that. Right now the Royals don't have a player that is hitting above 300, so that's something that I'd like to see change. Something else that I think is going to lead to the Royals' success or lack of success this year is it's going to come down to Hunter Dozier and Jorge Soler. Those two guys aren't producing. They're not hitting like they're capable of. And I'm not trying to slam on them. I mean, they're professionals. They're much better at baseball than I ever could be. But it just comes down to you need production from those guys. You need those bats to be doing damage for you. Right now, Hunter Dozier's batting 176, and Jorge Soler is batting 198. So if you get those guys batting, say, 275, I think this Royals team is going to be a dangerous one to contend with going forward. Mike Matheny, last year I don't think we really could give a grade on him. So I'm going to give my grade on Mike Matheny right now. I'm going to give him a B. I think he's doing a really good job. He's got to figure out the bullpen. The bullpen is blowing leads, and they need to step up. I think he's trying to figure out exactly who he wants his setup people to be. He's got his closer all set up, so that's not a problem with Stalmont. He had a bad night a couple nights ago. They sent Jake Newberry down back to the minors. I think that was a good idea because I was not impressed with Newberry. He just seems like when he came into the game, it was an opportunity for the opposing team to pick up runs, basically. I mean, not much more you can say about that. That's just my opinion, but I was just not very impressed with his performance. But overall, I think Matheny's doing a good job. I like the fact that he is tinkering with the batting order. He's moving people up and down based on how they're hitting. Andrew Benintendi is a perfect example of that. He was down in the lower part of the order, batting 7th, I believe. And now he's back up to batting, I think he's batting 2nd behind Whit Merrifield. That's right where he should be. I mean, the guy's leading the team in batting average. You need to have Whit and Benintendi right behind each other so that they can start the inning off really good, or if you get some base runners on in the bottom of the order, you get Nicky Lopez on base, who's got a little bit of speed. You've got some bats that can bring them around and score runs. The last thing I want to talk about, a little tidbit of information for those of you fans that remember or are still really familiar with the 2014-2015 season. Alcides Escobar, he hit the inside the park home run against the Mets. He is back. The Royals signed him to a minor league deal on May 4th. I don't expect too much from this. I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but at least the Royals brought him back. And something that's interesting about Escobar that not a lot of people know, he played center field for Milwaukee, I believe, before he became a shortstop. They were working with him out in center field. So maybe the Royals are looking at trying to bring him on as maybe more of like a Whit Merrifield type guy, a guy that can play the outfield, because we know he's got an arm. He's got a rocket arm for shortstop. I don't see him coming back and taking that back from Mondesi or Lopez or Merrifield, though Merrifield I don't think plays short a lot. Those three guys are going to be your shortstop, but maybe they're bringing him in as possible utility guy, another guy that can kind of do it all. So with that, I want to go ahead and close out this Royals report, day 30. I will be back after the 60th game to give more insight and give you guys my thoughts and general concerns that I have about the Kansas City Royals. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you would, please like this video. Please comment, because comments are really going to be more helpful than anything else. Comment on how you think Mike Matheny is doing. Comment on whatever you'd like. Give me thoughts on my takes. If you like him, great. If you don't like him, great. If you have questions or if you have thoughts, we could make this a going back and forth thing. Just a debate. Just general talk about the Royals. So if you would, please like, share, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys later after the 60th game. Take care.